All right, guys, huge winner here to start the second half of the year. And, this is on the E-mini futures, but it doesn't matter what you trade. Futures, Forex, stocks. I've shown you guys the same exact chart patterns consistently without using any indicators whatsoever, right? But in this video, what I'm going to do is for all of you guys that were on the sidelines this year, all right, which was, as you know, the best year for day trading probably ever, okay? I'm going to show you how to get your butt off the sidelines, how to get in the game, and I'm going to show you a roadmap on exactly what you need to do in the second half of the year. All right, let's do it. All right, what's up, guys? It's Mark here at Dino Trading. Here we are. We just clocked in to the second half of the year, right? Probably one of the best trading years that I can recall. Hopefully many of you guys out there did very well, and for those of you guys that didn't, okay, this video is for you. Okay, so before we fire up some charts, I wanted to show you guys some stats here, and this is extremely important for anyone that's going to get into trading full time. Okay, this right here, the stats that you're seeing on the screen right now, is a summary screenshot of the average daily moves that took place this year. Okay, why is this important? Well, if you're going to get into trading, right, it's like getting into any business, you want to know what the potential is, right? How much money can you make? What kind of moves are there? What's the average daily range of any market you trade, right? Forex and futures, okay, or stocks. So check this out. All right, I really want you to pay attention here. Okay, let's talk about futures. We'll look at Forex in just a second. Check this out right here. All right, these are three of the most popular stock index futures markets in the world. I don't care who you are, where you're from, where you live, chances are you've probably seen these instruments trade. Okay, this is the NASDAQ E-mini futures, the S&P 500 E-mini futures, and of course my favorite, the Dow futures. Now just look at this, man. Okay, check out the Dow clocking in so far this year. All right, and this is just the average. This doesn't even include the days that many of you guys remember where the Dow was like up or down 1,000 points, 2,000 points, right? This is just the average. Okay, a little under 400 Dow points potential on an intraday basis. Look at the NQ, the NASDAQ, right? Over 100 points. I mean, just saying that, right, when you contrast this to last year or the year before, for many of you long-term traders out there, just saying this right here, that the NQ was moving over 100 points a day, gives you goosebumps, right? Is crazy. S&P moving 30 points a day on average, right? So if I jump back and show you the charts, okay, you know, this move right here of capturing the starting point of a trend, right, drawing the high, drawing the low, waiting for price to retrace and give you a nice retracement, and watching that thing take off for like 200 points, and then doing the math, right? 200 points times 20 bucks a point, right? That's not new on the NASDAQ E-minis, right? It's always been 20 bucks a point times just a couple of contracts, right? That's an $8,000 potential. Now, again, I don't want you to think that this is what you're going to make, right? But what I'm saying to you is, even if you grabbed a fraction of this, right? 10% of that, 5% of this on a daily basis, then now, for those of you guys that were on the sidelines for the last 6 months, now you know what you were missing out on, right? I'm not cherry picking. This is legitimately from the NQ futures, the most recent full 24-hour session. Okay, it's exactly what it looked like, right? Whether you trade round the clock, whether you trade part-time, full-time, those are all variables that can impact this. And that's why I'm saying, what if you could just grab a fraction of this, right? Wouldn't that mean something? Okay, wouldn't that have some type of impact on you, your family, your trading, your finances, right? So the question that I want to ask is, let me get this out of the way here, okay? The question that I want to ask is, guys, what did you do this year in the best day trading environment that I can recall, probably ever, all right? What did you do to kickstart your day trading career, right? To do anything, even if you just trade one micro lot, right? Or one mini contract. Did you do anything over the last 6 months? Did you even take one set of baby steps, right? Most of you didn't, right? For whatever reason, okay? And I think I probably know what that reason is, right? Many of you guys say you don't have time to trade. Listen, I get it. I understand. You have other obligations. You have a full-time job. I get it. But again, those are excuses, right? If you want to get into day trading, if you take day trading seriously, and if you approach it like a business, which I'm going to talk about at the end of this video, all right, having a chart like this is like when somebody gives you the keys to a Ferrari, right? They can present it to you, they can shine it up real nice to you, but you got to get in the driver's seat and you got to punch it pedal to the metal. You understand what I'm saying? Because, and let's just be honest here, okay? Whose fault is it that over the last 6 months, which has been the greatest 6-month period ever in the day trading arena, whose fault is it that you weren't able to participate, right? And I'm being honest here, so don't send me any nasty messages saying I'm being obnoxious. I'm not being obnoxious. This is an honest question everybody needs to ask themselves, right? It's not my fault you missed out on huge gains. It's not the market's fault you missed out on huge opportunities, right? For whatever reason, either you're trading indicator garbage or you're following some retard in a chat room, right? The decision lies 100% and solely with you. Let me show you something else, all right? For all you swing traders out there, for all you guys that say, hey, listen, Mark, I don't have time to trade, I don't have this and that. Listen, what about swing trading? Okay? What you see right here is a daily chart from January. Okay, you can see that here in the x-axis. Again, I don't cherry pick when I do these videos. Give it to you straight. This is January. This is the March crash. And here's where we are right now, right? So this is a swing trading chart, man. I honestly want to ask you, do you feel like this is a complicated chart, right? Say you've identified that the market's in a very, very strong downtrend. What do? You start looking for short opportunities, right? And for those of you guys that are longtime subscribers of the channel, you know exactly what I think is a good way to enter potential short, right? You draw every single one of these pivot points. What's a pivot point? It's simply a reversal bar. You then do what? You connect these dots with a straight line, okay? There you have it. There's the trend line to the short side. Are you really telling me that it's so difficult to get in on a beautiful short trade, right? And this took place, what is this, late February, early March, right? Say you missed it. Okay, fine. Say you missed it. Say in this entire stretch right here, you can see, if you're looking at the daily chart in the NQ, by the way, we were getting horrible headlines on the coronavirus, right? Every single day it seemed like there were more and more cases all over the world, but the market kind of just consolidated, right? You kind of saw the market just didn't go nowhere. And obviously after a big 40% sell-off that we saw right here, you know the dip buyers are going to come in, right? The institutions, the hedge funds, the Warren Buffett type guys who are looking to see value in any market, not just the NQ, but you know the S&P, the Dow, right? So say you're looking to call the bottom and you were looking at my T-bar daily chart, okay? Let me just get this out of the way here. Get these trend lines out of the way, all right? So say you're trying to catch the bottom, right? You're trying to predict a turning point, okay? You guys know how I predict turning points, okay? You do what? You do the exact same thing we did here, except we flip it, right? We want to draw pivot points on the top, just like this. And we want to do what? We want to connect pivot points with the straight line, just like this, downward sloping trend line. So how about this downward sloping trend line. Okay? Can you see how this trend line broke to the upside? And we basically never looked back. This was just about a 50% rally in a very short period of time, right? And now this is for swing trading. Like, you can imagine what each one of these individual days looked like. Extremely high volatility, extremely amazing intraday trading opportunities like I showed you here, right? But again, guys, you have to make a decision, right? The point of this video is you got to get off the sidelines if you want to make money in the market. You got to come up with a competent trading strategy. Whether you do it intraday, okay, whether you decide to trade on an intraday basis, keep your risk really small, look for big home run type winners, or if you're a swing trader, if you are the kind of guy that you have the full-time job, you have other obligations, you're not able to trade during the peak hours of the market, right? Well, swing trading's for you, right? I showed you on this swing trading chart only 2 trend lines, 1 and 2. So no one's ever going to tell me that trend lines don't work, okay? Trend lines are legitimately the only thing that's going to keep you honest. It's the only thing that's going to tell you the truth about what's happening in the market. Any market, futures, Forex, stocks, it doesn't matter. You guys know, I've said this before, there is something extremely powerful about drawing a trend line to predict a huge move in the market. Either a bearish move like this one or a massive bullish move like this one, right? And look, listen, here's where we're setting up now, right? Look at this, right? Say we're tracking these pivot points, right? We're drawing this one here. Who knows when this one's going to break, right? I have a feeling it's probably going to break right around this big round number here, okay? It's probably going to get smashed right here, and maybe we see another massive sell-off from now until Christmas. Who knows, right? That's not our job. Our job is to simply read the clues that the market gives us every single day on every single market, right? That's all you can do as a trader. And when you spend the time and you really put the hours in on either of my methods, right? My intraday method or my swing trading method, doesn't matter. If you put the time in, guys, okay, you're going to see results. That's just how it is with anything. Working out, exercising, changing your diet, eating healthier, right? When you put the time in to anything in life, it's going to pay off. And here's my opinion, okay? You're going to ask me, well, hey, Mark, how do I start? What do I start? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you how I'm going to answer that question. You want to know where it starts and how it starts, okay? It starts with you making a commitment to get better each day, and it starts today.